Welcome back. It's New Year's Day. I forgot to do the top 10 in the PW top 500 whatever list. So we'll do that after Raw in the second part of what I record. So I've got to record Raw and Superstars. Of course, Raw and Superstars being taped on New Year's Day because Superstars doesn't make reference to that because they're shown on Saturdays. I am tempted to move it to Tuesday nights, but we'll see. So, Paul, I've also fixed WCW's show, starting on main event, because it was an A show instead of a B show, so I've fixed that, so it's now a B show. So, Paul Bearer and The Undertaker come out and they go, we came out here on the first Superstars of the year to say this past weekend live we beat the King. The Undertaker proved himself against Vader on Raw. This guy is the future of the company, is coming for you, and he's ready to fight. And it's Jerry Lawler music hits, and he goes, shut up. Look, Taker, on New Year's Eve, you got very lucky, and if you meet me again, I could beat you once and for all. And then the Undertaker grabs the mic, and Paul Bearer's kind of shocked. He's like, you think? I'll see you in the main event tonight, King. And him and Paul leave the ring, and Jerry's got this massive smirk on his face. So yeah, we're going to see Jerry King Lawler versus the Undertaker tonight in the main event of Superstars. In about a decent wrestling moment, Barry Horowitz defeated Chris Jericho in 5:56 by pinfall. Jericho 59 and Barry Horowitz in 31. He got improved in Rumble and performance of 62C. In a decent match, Alundra Blaze defeated Reggie Bennett in 8:15 by pinfall the diving crossbody. Reggie Bennett 50, Alundra Blaze 50. Alundra Blaze in performance of 53C-. We are at the Verheisen Wireless Arena tonight, 53C-. Bull, this is not over. The title will be mine. So Alundra Blaze after the match grabs the mic and just makes it plain and simple. Bull, that title will be mine. 51D plus, thank you, Alundra. And then we've got Booker T and Stevie Ray, and they don't look very happy backstage, so we're going to hear what they've got to say. New Year's Revolution, live, we lost the Falls Country Way match. Steiners, you think this is over? Hell no. You better be re-signed to WWF so we can kick your asses once and for all. And Steve's like, this is bullshit. We've seen it happen. ECW have got the tag gold. I got busted open and my brother had his head put down a toilet. We're coming for you to, no matter where you go. Raw, Superstars or somewhere else will be following you and coming to destroy you. So we're making reference to the contract signing here. You know, we're trying to sign to new contracts. The question is, will they re-sign? And if they don't, Harlem Heat have gone, well, we're going to follow you, no matter where you go. I don't see the Steiner Brothers not re-signing. Shane Douglas, and he's like, I stand here after losing this past weekend and it's bullshit. For you beat me like it. That's 1 for 1. We got 2 months to Rumble. Let's book it right now. Rematch. 2 out of 3 full match. Ooh. Okay, Shane Douglas. I'm sure Animal is our authority figure, but if you've got a wish, Animal grants it. And ladies and gentlemen, at Royal Rumble, your first Royal Rumble match booked for the next episode will be a 2 out of 3 falls match. And Shane Douglas will be facing Juice and Thunder Liger. I've really got to put the Royal Rumble proud, so I'm thinking about making the big 4 pay-per-views when this year 3.5 hours. So we've got an additional 30 minutes for certain storylines, because especially with the Royal Rumble, because I don't think I'm going to have enough time to fit everything in. I don't want to go to 4 hours because that's always too much for me. So we're going to do Liger, Juice and Liger there, and then we're going to do Shane Douglas. I think these two might be able to pull this off. It seems like Shane Douglas can cut promos. He just needs a bit more work on his in-ring and popularity stuff. Did I just click the wrong button, guys? I've only just got up, bear with me. I'm not even dressed yet. I booked this show about 2 days ago. I didn't do any recording just today. I booked it before we went. Yeah, so I booked this on Wednesday. It's now Friday. I booked it Friday night, and then I shut down after booking this show, and I'm recording it on Thursday because yesterday I went to the zoo. Yes, so Shane Douglas versus Finger Me in a 2 out of 3 falls match. There we go. It's 55C-. Nice. In an extremely short match, Diamond Dallas Page defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley in 5:10 by pinfall for the Diamond Cutter. Hunter Hearst 49, Diamond Dallas Page 53. No occurrence 53C-. In a decent match, Papa Shango defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. in 7:34 by pin for the Voodoo Driver. Papa 53, Mysterio 51, no work Prince 55 C-. And of course, as promised, your main event is Undertaker versus Jerry Lawler. In above a great heat and good wrestling, Jerry Lawler defeated Undertaker in 15:09 by pin for the Pile Driver with his feet on the ropes that did set this to be tainted. Jerry Lawler 52, The Undertaker 85, no work on Brumps. Big John Studd was pretty weak at the announce desk. That's fine, he's doing okay. That's where we end tonight's show. We're 68C plus overall, which is not bad. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in a couple of clicks as we take it to Raw. Welcome back. It's the first Raw of 1994. And in the pre-show bout, Brian Pillman just defeats Ty Spoon in 7:35 by Pavlia Pillman, 11:70, 60C plus. Then we have the opening video package, as always. It's 75B-, not the best for the opening video package. And G's like, welcome to Raw. Joining me now, the megastar Randy Savage. Randy's like, oh yeah, well done Vader, you got the win last night live. Now I've been an animal. Now I've been to Animal, and tonight he said if I can beat Paul Orndorff live on Raw, next, I get my match in 8 weeks live on pay-per-view. So, Gene, I'm going to go out there live right now and get that match. And then we cut to the ringside area, and we got Jim Ross and Randy Savage. Hello, and we got a stacked card tonight, and Paul Orndorff turned up when he was meant to be at Starcade, and he's taking on Savage tonight. And Bobby's like, rest of the year figures came out yesterday, and Juice for Life came out #1, and tonight I was giving him a shot of Vader. This is Raw. And with this, Savage's music hits, and we get straight into that match. In a superb match, Randy Savage defeated Paul Orndorff in 8:10 by pin with a flying elbow. Randy Savage 82, Paul Orndorff 67. So, we've got another match for Royal Rumble. He's just won the #1 contenders match. We can now confirm that it will be the phenomenal Randy Savage taking on Vader for that WWF World Championship live on pay-per-view in 4 weeks. Gives them a 73B-. In a decent match, Jim Burnsall defeated the Tonga Kid in 6:30 from by pinfall. The Tonga Kid 50, Jim Burnsall 53, no Rock Burns 55C-. And then backstage, he comes through the curtain and we see Afu looking really pissed as he comes into the locker room. He's like, look, you idiots, how could you lose the bouts? I was away 1 night, and you let these ECW buffoons win the titles. You're lucky the WWF think you deserve a rematch, and you're going to get these titles back, or we're going to rethink this thing. So, the WWF make the decision on if you deserve a rematch, and of course with Yokozuna, they didn't feel he deserved a rematch because of how quickly he lost the belt, but because of how long these guys held the titles. Of course, we can't use Steven Regal at the moment, which is really annoying, because he's not going to be back for another 5 months, and I really want to use the UK Invasion. But yes, so they will be facing Team ECW to regain their tag team titles, what they lost. They're not in action. Why does it keep doing this? It did this on Superstars as well. Team ECW, and the Head Shrinkers. Save. Auto name. Save. Thank you. I guess 51D+. In about these wrestling with a cheat, Jacqueline defeated Valva McIntyre 7:13 by pin with the bridge and suplex. Valva McIntyre 51, Jacqueline 43. No work women's. The women's division is getting better with 51D+. I can't complain. And Gene's like, welcome, Gene, joining me at this time. Dave Boy Smith, and Dave Boy's like, Sing, you beat me last night, well done. So the fans cheer for you, it is for you, is it? You think you're so good, well you're not. Last night I was so close to kicking your ass and winning the match. A reason I'm going to prove it when I kick your ass and win the Rumble. So Royal Rumble will be Dave Boy versus Sting in a one-on-one match. But Dave Boy's just confirmed that he will go into that Royal Rumble match. The same as Sting has already said. He will be in that Rumble match and he's going to win to face Vader again. So it's going to be Dave Boy versus Sting, 76B-, not bad. In a decent match, Trudy Blanchard defeated Mark Romero in 7:06 by pin the slingshot suplex. Mark Romero 47, Trudy Blanchard 62, Mark Romero in performance, 61C. And Arn Anderson gets the best promo of the night so far, and he's like, so the Great Muda beat me, big whoop. Once in a blue moon, that is very lucky night. Well, it's New Year's Day in mood. I'm going to go out there right now and kick your ass. See you in the ring. And in a superb match, Arn Anderson defeated Great Muda in 8-11 by pinfall the springboard spinning spine buster. Arn Anderson 76, the Great Muda 65. Great Muda and Rumble 75B-. Not bad. In a decent match, the Bushwhackers defeated Nadine Loneheart, the Rock Rolls Preston Dudley Boys. In 7:59, Bushwhacker Butch defeated Devon Dudley by from the Batter and Ram. Butch 55, Bushwhacker Luke 37, Owen Hart 56, Jim Nadine Hart 55, Robert Gibson 56, Ricky Morton 54, Bubba Ray 48, and Devon 47. Bubba Ray Dudley in performance, Bushwhacker Butch in performance, and Jim Nadine Hart in performance 56C-. The Mankind's backstage is like last night. Me and Shono tore the house down. Now, because of it, I lost. And that's not good. Mankind is angry. And he wants the title. He wants the Intercontinental, and he's going to get it. Mankind is coming. 58C-. Well, what the hell is Mankind on? He says he's coming for that title. And she's like, welcome back. So welcome back. And it looks like Mankind is now very angry. But so the two guys joining me now, Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna. And Mr. Fuji's like, Jake Roberts, you won, well done. And you and your snake got my Yokozuna down. And that'll be the first and last time. I'm not happy with you. And we are coming for you. And we're going to retire you once and for all. You old idiot. 60. So yeah, if you saw Jake Roberts when this came out on AEW Dynamite, he looks great. He's got over all these drugs and addictions. But we put him in rehab and he's now got over them all. So Jake Roberts is a clean man. Which is really good. I'm really proud of him. In a battle at superb wrestling and great heat, Sting defeated Stan Hansen 809 by pinfall. Stan Hansen 75, Sting 86. No work improvements, 75B-. Not bad. In a superb match, Davey Boy Smith, Earthquake, Yokozuna, and Mankind defeated The Undertaker, Masahiro Chono, Jake Roberts, and Bret Hart 8-7, and Earthquake defeated Bret Hart by pinfall the running senton. Hart 76, Jake Roberts 75, Masahiro Chono 74, Undertaker 80, Mankind 66, Yokozuna 63, Earthquake 66, and Davey Boy Smith 75. Mankind in performance in Yokozuna and Techno 73B-. The Southern Shore was like, so last night I did not win the title, and now I need to prove myself to get a shot. Stone Cold right now, non-title. If I beat him, I'll be guaranteed a match at Rumble. 70C+. And in about a great heat and good wrestling, Southern Shore defeats Stone Cold Steve Austin in 8:28 by pinfall. Stone Cold 8:69, Southern Shore 66, and no work improvements. And that means that we're now going to guarantee a Sergeant Slaughter vs Stone Cold match again. Southern Slaughter, Stone Cold Steve Austin. They're going to be facing at the next live pay-per-view. 71C+. And our main event tonight, as promised, is going to be Liger versus Vader. And in a superb match, Vader defeated Juice from the Liger in 20 minutes 15 by from the Vader Bomb. Vader makes defense number 14 of his WWF Championship. Juice from the Liger slowed by his injury, but Liger got a 59, Vader 88. No work for him, 81B. That's where we end tonight's show at 78B. It lost its popularity in 2, but increased its popularity in 8. Not a bad show. Let's skip forward. I'm going to have a quick swig of this, what's in front of me, which is not that nice. It's not as bad as it was last night. Leaving it overnight seems to make it taste nicer, because I need to eat my fruit, and I don't really like fruit, so I've made a smoothie, and I think it needs honey in it. Or something along them lines, which makes it taste a bit nicer. Well, yeah, so we had a good show there. We are on the road to Royal Rumble now. There's not another show until Royal Rumble. We've got I've got 8 episodes to build up to the Rumble match. So yeah, Missy Hart is sidelined. Ouch, so Missy Hart calendar just hit the shelves on the boy. Is it hot? Get your copies for the display of the beautiful wrestling without it. Seems to be at her peak. And now I know for a fact Missy Hart is not in the WCW. But the Outbeaters last night. What the hell did they do last night? So Bullet Baller went to no contest with Dustin. Tita Santana, Teddy Long and British Beefcake were backstage. Raging defeated the Unholy, Terry Funk and Jimmy Snooker. Dynamite Kid and Jules Strongbro. Mercy Ryan defeated Alley Cats. And obviously, one of those teams is Dynamite Kid and Jules Strongbro. Barry Windham, Roddy Piper and Lex Luger. Pain Gain defeated Tex and Shanghai. Brawl involving Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. The Cole Twins defeated Haynes and Ric Flair for the WCW World Tag Team titles, and then the confrontation between Tito Santana and Lex Luger. And Tito Santana defeated Lex Luger in '85. Giving them an 82B. Our show is a bit worse for wear. Title change last night. WWF Superstars, we did a better show with 68C Plus than what they did with WCW Saturday night. So the Fabulous Moon and Kevin Sullivan. Lisa Moret went to a time limit draw with Kapacha and Osiri. Dustin Rhodes defeated Steve Armstrong by DQ, and Tony Atlas defeated Larry Santon. So that seems a better thing. So yeah, I think we did well. I think we're really good with that. Michael Haynes. We've got a few issues here with our wrestlers, and the Steiners are more or less guaranteed to be coming back to us. In my honest opinion, we are going to guarantee these guys back because they've got the on touring contracts. We're just going to throw out the same offer. So yeah, they've got touring contract offers, and this is why I'm not using him as much as I want to use him. Yeah, the UWIF. The one we're interested in is Michael Haynes, who still is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He's now not the Tag Team Champion. They've took the belt off him, which is brilliant. They're offering him $22,000 and 4 years. So we're going to offer... Not going to offer that much for him. Not yet, anyway. We're going to offer $25,000, and I'm going to skip forward and see what happens tomorrow. But we're going to offer dead on $25,000 and $20,000 as a signing bonus. With a 5-year contract. So we'll get him on here for 5 years, which will take him up to 1994. 10 years would have been 2004. So 5 years would be below that, about 2000. But you'll see what happens. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll keep you posted. In the next part, we'll get to Monday Night Raw as we continue this episode, where we've got no big events, but we're going to build up 4 episodes this week as we head towards the Royal Rumble. We are back. WWF Superstars is up. Oh, God. I clicked the wrong thing then. WWF Superstars is rolling, and we've got the Steiners. And they both improvised well. We'll go off script. So the Heat won us. One more time. That's good, because we've re-signed to stay on the WWF. So Heat. We are him. Animal's been on the phone to management, and he's done it. And Rick's like, it's going to be us versus you in a match like no other. It's going to be history making. It'll be an empty arena match. No funds. No fans. Just us. Are you ready? So we can take you to hell. So yeah, it's going to be Royal Rumble, and it's going to be the empty arena match, which I think is going to be good fun. I have pre-made the match up, so yeah. So you know what, if you've ever heard of empty arena match, it's a match that was taped prior to the actual event, and then shown on tape delay, where the fans ain't in the venue. And they'll have to watch on a big screen. I know it's not fair on them, but they're getting a lot of fucking good show. So... they're getting a good show off on that, excuse me. That's the smoothie coming back. I still ain't drank all of it yet. The Steiner Brothers versus Heels, the Harlem Heat. So you go, Booker T and Stevie Ray, and the Steiner Brothers. So there you go, that's going to be an empty arena match. I'm looking forward to that. 55C-. This show's a bit of an odd one. In a decent match, Jim Burns will defeat Papa Shango in 7:30 by pinfall. Papa Shango 51, Jim Burns 51 at 53C-. In a decent match, the Eliminators defeat the Blue Brothers in 8:27 when John Corus defeated Ron Harris by pinfall the total elimination. Ron Harris 55, Don Harris 57, John Corus 48, Perry Saturn 49. No work appearance. How the hell is it nearly 11 o'clock already? 56C-. And then we're in Animal's locker room, and he's like, thank you for coming, Bull Nakuni. Now look, I looked through the footage last week, and I feel Yolanda Blaze deserves a rematch at the Rumble in 7 weeks. And Bull's like, oh really? That's how you feel? Okay, she can have it, but remember, I'm going to destroy her once for all, and the blood will be on your hands, Animal. I forgot to write that bit, even though that bit was in my head and it should have been written. So yeah, she's basically going, well, that's fine, I'll face her, but just remember that when Alonzo Blaze is laying there bleeding out, remember her blood is on your hands. And I didn't realise Bull Nakuna is Bull. Yeah, it's not Nakuni, it's Bull Nakuna, actually. I've been saying it wrong for ages. 25 years old, and Alonzo Blaze is 30. I think our oldest female wrestler is 40. I could be wrong on that, actually. 58C minus, I think, felt McIntyre's 40. So he thinks he can challenge me to a 2-out-of-3 falls match. The number 1 wrestler in the world. I'll tell you one thing is going to happen. I'm going to kick his ass and prove why I'm the best wrestler in the world. 60C. He's only going to his head a bit. In his match, IRS defeat Coco Beware in 7:36, both in the stock market crash. IRS 57, Coco 52 with 56C minus. In a poor match, Susan Sexton defeated Bison Kumanami in 6:53 by the Bulldog. Bison Kumanami 43, Susan Sexton 46. No work improvements of 48D+. And then Jerry Lawler's backstage, like, I told you all I was going to win. And I did. I won my match. And that makes me the best. And with this, a coffin just rolls on the set, and the camera backs out and shows no one's there to bring this on. And Jerry opens up, and there's a dummy of him in there with RIP written on the forehead. Well, someone's pissed off at The Undertaker. Now that we're getting the decisions. I don't know why I like dummies, because we had a dummy in the original, the first Undertaker storyline. I do believe we've done the dummy angle with the coffin before. It's something I like the idea of. Yeah. Hello, thank you, bye-bye. So yeah, he opens up and there's a dummy of him, you know, it's like a waxwork and he looks perfect like Jerry King Lawler. You know, you imagine a bloody tour of the WWF warehouse if they did all this shit in the 1990s. Be awesome. And then about the great heat and good wrestling, Bret Hart defeated Earthquake in 15-10 by pinfall. Earthquake 60, Bret Hart 78, Earthquake in Techno. I thought we put Bret Hart and Earthquake on this show, so I ain't got to worry about fitting them on Raw somewhere. They've appeared on here now. Because I'm going to put Undertaker and Jerry Lawler on Raw. So give, you know, kind of, so the NASA's got a thing to go, you know, like Jim Ross and Bobby Heenan got a reason to go, hey guys, come watch me and come and watch our show, as I'm joined by Big John Studd on a Saturday night, and you know this storyline has been going on over there. Come and watch it. That's where we end tonight's show. 67C+, not a bad show actually. I'm quite proud of that, except for this match. So what I'm going to quickly do, you're going to get to see something you don't normally get to see. We're going to have a quick look, and because I'm now intrigued. We were talking about the women's division. We're going to have a look and see how old all the women are. So Aja Kong is 23. Alondra Blaze is 30. Bison Kumanari is 26. Brittany Brown is 33. Borna Akuni is 25. Shara Rusa is 32. Jacqueline is 27. Reggie Bennett is 32. Susan Sexton is 39, so she's nearly 40. And Volmonk is only 31, so actually our oldest wrestler is Susan Sexton. So we haven't even got a 40-year-old, unlike the enemy, WCW, who have a 60-year-old, a.k.a. Mae Young. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again live right here as we bring to you Monday Night Raw. Hello, 7,500. I'm not going to do the top 10 thing because it's all Japanese wrestlers and it's ridiculous. This is Monday Week 2, 1994. Our second four. We've had 4 events this year already. We're doing quite well. We've got Sergeant Slaughter, The Undertaker, Vader, Stone Cold, Sting, Brett, Davey, and Randy and Sergeant in the opening package. And Stone Cold did not do well tonight without a script to follow. Okay. I stand here the WWF World Champion. I'm the best wrestler on this roster. So we got no events or Rumble. I got time to prepare. Sergeant Slaughter, you're going down. You're not going to win this. This is Stone Cold's belt. This is my time to shine. Is going to get rid of the old guard and rise. After this is finished, we cut to ringside and Pryor would go off on the stage, and we see the Raw logo flashing on the Titantron, and we see Jim and Bobby ringside. And Jim's like, welcome. And strong words from Stone Cold, but is he going to be ready? Because tonight, him and Jerry face off against The Undertaker and Sergeant Slaughter, and Bobby's like, look, you've seen the feud rise on Saturday night between The Undertaker and Jerry, but I've got news. He's coming. The second WCW World Champion we have taken, Michael Haynes, is coming, and he's going to be huge. But now, a very angry Head Shrinkers. So in a decent match, Head Shrinkers defeated Rock and Roll Express in 5:33 when Fatu defeated Robert Gibson by putting the diving headbutt. Robert Gibson 56, Ricky Morton 56, Fatu 52, Samu 53, no opponents 57C minus. And afterwards, they are addressing Afu, but Afu's not here tonight, so my bad. Sorry, we was not here last week. We had to be in an ECW moon. We are this week, and it looks like you got a win. Salvatore, you got more to say? So it's like, look around, you'll see what happened. Your team need you, Afu, to win. You think being a Hall of Fame is going to help you? It won't, because no matter what, these titles staying with us. Your team got lucky this week because you're not here. 49D plus. I might not be on the end now that I'm in charge. I weren't going to go back and re-edit the whole fucking promo just because he wasn't here. Because yeah, but a 49D plus, not the best. In a decent match, Crush defeated Stan Hansen in 6:16 by pin of the Heart Punch. Stan Hansen's only won. Crush 55, 70C plus. In about a decent wrestling retreat, Chris Jericho defeated RVD in 7:09 by submission with the Lion Tamer. Robin Dunn 49, Jericho 57, no work runs 58C minus. And Gino was like, welcome back to Raw. Joining me now, Sting. And Sting's like, Davey, he said two things wrong. First one, you're going to beat me. No, you won't. I'm going to kick your ass and beat you once again. Two, you're going to win the Rumble. No, that will be me. Because I'm going to win the Rumble and challenge Vader at WrestleMania and win the WWF Championship once for all. There it is, the truth for the fans instead of the lies you spread. AB plus from Sting there. And great news backstage. He's like, well done, you got a win last week. And you look at the top 10 wrestlers in the world, they're all Japanese wrestlers. Now I'm going to prove at the Rumble I am the best in a submission match, and it's going to be beautiful. He's in the top 10 as well. So we've got a few of the top 10 guys. Why am I doing it for Raw? Royal Rumble. It will be a submission match. Can't wait for this one. As Arn Anderson versus the Great Muta will happen in a submission match live at the Royal Rumble. Another great match booked there. As you can see, an empty arena match is not going to bother anyone else. In a decent match, the Steiner Brothers defeated the Dudley Boys in 8:16 when Rick Steiner defeated Devon by pin for the diving Bulldog. Bubba Ray 44, Devon 46, Scott 66, Rick 62, Rick Steiner in performance 62C. In a poor match, Bison Kuminari defeated Jacqueline in 6:26 by pin with a flying headbutt. Jacqueline 42, Bison Kuminari 45. Bison Kuminari in performance, Jacqueline improving technical in performance. I'm not going to complain too much. As I say, we're still building the women's division, and they've got a lot better since when they first appeared on the show. All those times ago. But beautiful, 47D. And geez, joining me now, Lincoln champion Masahiro Chono. Last week you heard what Mankind had to say, so what is your response to that? And China's like, my response is simple. One, I'm going to give him one more shot at this title. This past week I took this battle to Japan and I showed the world the WWF have faith in me. And I need to retain at the Rumble for all these fans around the world. I need to be the best I can be and beat Mankind. So Mankind has been granted a rematch against Masahiro Chono at Royal Rumble, but is Masahiro Chono or Mankind going to be able? Is Mankind going to be able to win the Intercontinental title? Is Masahiro Chono going to be able to retain? It's going to be interesting to see. But 76B minus, beautiful. In about a good heat and decent wrestling, Yokozuna and Arn Anderson defeat Brian Pillman and Diamond Dallas Page at 5:39. When Arn Anderson defeated Brian Pillman by pin the springboard spinebuster. Arn Anderson 69, Yokozuna 57, DDP 53, Brian Pillman 66, Yokozuna in Technical 66C plus. Jake Roberts. So this Raw is not over, and it's not fair, and it's stupid. I bet you fear. And shake. It's going to be me beating you again live on pay-per-view at the Rumble. Oh, yes. That is not the best promo I have ever written. That is one of the worst I've ever written. And I've written some shockers. I haven't got a freaking clue what was going through my mind when I was writing that. But basically, Jay Rob was saying, I bet you're shaking fear thinking about having to face me again. Which is what it's meant to say. But at Rumble, you'll get your chance to do it. That is what it's meant to say, but I haven't got a fucking clue what I wrote. Hello, Dyslexia, my old friend. You fucked me over once again. In about that good heat and decent wrestling, a great Muta defeat Typhoon in 7:57 by pin of the Shining Wizard, following a botched interference by Arn Anderson. The great Muta 74, Typhoon 54, no workarounds. Hey, if you weren't expecting an intro from Simon Garfunkel, you don't know me. It's only 2B minus. In a superb match, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Jerry Lawler defeated Sergeant Slaughter and The Undertaker in 7:41 when the Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Sergeant Slaughter by pin of the Stone Cold Stunner. Undertaker 84, Sergeant Slaughter 68, Joe Lawless 70, Stone Cold 77. These two have extra chemistry to go, which is interesting. No work for 76B minus. A music video shown to promote, of course, the person arriving, Michael frickin' Haynes. In above a great heat and good and decent wrestling, Jake Roberts defeated Earthquake in 8-10 by pin of the DDT. Earthquake 59, Jake Roberts 68, 69C+. And in your main event, you'll get to see the Randy Savage, the Icon Sting, Vader, and Davey Boy. In an exceptional match, Vader and Davey Boy Smith defeated Randy Savage and Sting in 25-28 when Davey Boy Smith defeated Sting by from the running power slam. Sting 88, Randy Savage 83, Davey Boy 74, Vader 90. Vader improved in performance. That's where I end tonight's show. With 78B, lost its popularity in 2 regions but increased popularity in 8. We're going to hit the continue button. We're going to have a look and see how WCW Nitro fares and have they taken the bout off Michael Haynes yet. They've only got 2 weeks to do it because he's going to be with us in 14 days. But everything's going well at the moment. I'm really happy. I think the actual issue is they gave up. You know, once we offered 25,000, they weren't going to go any further after that. So they didn't go on. So we went ahead and signed him, but no, they still did a better show. So pre-show, Kevin Sullivan defeated Tex Salger, the Top Dogs defeated Hyundai, then Terry Funk and Tina Santana have a skit. There's a pre-match interview with Tononka. Tononka defeated Fury to retain the television title. Lex Luger, Bob Backlund and Michael Haynes backstage. Bobby Eaton defeated Han Hammer. Ric Flair, Dynamite Kid and Barry Windham. Michael Haynes defeated Shanghai Priest. There's a backstage brawl involving Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. Lisa Montero and Shibata Ishihara. Lisa Montero went to no contest. And then a confrontation between Josh Ben Gura, Terry Funk, Barry Windham and Bob Backlund. And then Ben Gura and Terry Funk defeated Windham and Bob Backlund in a 82 main event, which gave him an 81B. The Green Squad win a championship. We did a better Superstars than they did Saturday Night Main Event, where Bob Cadler and Stan Lane, Don Marie defeated Chapato, Tony Atlas and Grizzly Smith, Eric Watts defeated Fury, and then Z-Man defeated Big Sky. Not the best for the past few weeks. They've beaten us, so hopefully we can get back on top again next week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon. Next week, right here on Raw, we're saving all the Superstars, but next week. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Whoop. There you go. Next week, it will, of course, be Michael Haynes' debut next week. But we see Jerry in his locker room getting ready for his match tonight when the lights flick on and off, and then we see a dummy in the mirror with rest in peace on the forehead like we did see in the coffin, and Jerry just runs out the room screaming. It's only 8B to open up the night. That's not bad from Jerry. In a decent match, Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Jim Burnsill in 8:09 by pin with the pedigree. Jim Burnsill 46, Hunter Hearst Helmsley 50, no work points 50D+. In a decent match, Team ECW defeated Nadine and Owen Hart in 8:04 when Salvatore Balmone defeated Owen Hart by pin with the big splash. They make defense number 1 of their World Tag Team titles. I was going to do this on Raw, but I thought, nah, let's give Superstars a bit of a boost this week and give them a nice title match. We see Owen Hart got 56, Jim got a 52, Salvatore got a 50, Sandman got a 53, Owen Hart in, what was that, Rumble? Nice. 57C minus, not bad. We've only got one more episode in this episode to do, which is quite nice for me. Bull Nakuni attacks Alundra Blaze backstage, leads her down and out, which is messing up tonight's match. And we got the Booker T and Stevie Ray backstage, and they're like, we can see you guys ain't afraid of us good this time. There'll be no fans. There'll be no fans, so they won't get in our way. When we beat you at the Rumble, we will get what we deserve, a shot at the World Tag Titles. It seems like this Superstar shit is not what we want. We want to be on Raw. When we go after Team ECW, we'll get on the Raw. Get on Raw. You two are our stepping stone. 52D+. Shane Douglas is on the mic. He's a brilliant mic person. I'm also going to be giving Chris, after Royal Rumble, Chris Jericho is going to be getting the storyline, because a lot of people say he's good at promos, so we're going to be giving Chris Jericho a lot of time to build up. He's going to be in my next project. Shane Douglas and Jericho are my next projects, and Hunter Hearst, of course. So you're number 1. You think that is what's going to help you win? No, it won't. It's going to help you lose because it's making us want to kick your ass so much to prove that we are the best. 60C from Shane Douglas. Not very much, but good promo. In the battle of good heat and decent wrestling, Truly Banter defeated Crush in 6-18 by submission. Truly Banter 71, Crush 58, 70C plus. And in a poor match, Bison Karamari, Cheryl Rusa, and Brittany Brown defeated Aja Kong, Susan Sexton, and Jacqueline in 540 when Brittany Brown defeated Jacqueline by pinfall. Brittany Brown 44, Charlotte Rusa 30, Bison Kuma 44, Jacqueline 42, Susan Sexton 47, and Aja Kong 47. No work quiz 47D. Need to work on that. And your main event tonight is Joey Lawler versus Brian Pillman. In above a good hit in decent wrestling, Brian Pillman defeated Jerry Lawler in 2001 by pinning the air Pillman after the distraction from The Undertaker. Jerry Lawler 58, Brian Pillman 64. These two don't click and made for an awkward bout. Jerry Lawler's visible time towards the end. 64C, that's where we end tonight's show with 65C. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you for the main bit. Of course, it is now time for Monday Night Raw. After this one, I'm going to go downstairs and have some lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWF World Wrestling Federation. This is Monday Night Raw. And it is a pre-show match. Mankind and Harlem Heat defeated Masahiro Chono and Steiner Bros in 1444, where Mankind defeated Rick Steiner by pin of the double arm DDT. And this will be a nice little fun pre-show match because I kind of ran out of space on the main card. Masahiro Chono 77, Scott Steiner 67, Rick Steiner 60, Stevie Ray 47, Booker T 49, and Mankind 66. Stevie Ray performs on Scott Steiner and Rumble 71C plus. Then we have our opening package, which shows Vader, Davey Boy, Brett, Randy, Sting, Cold, Taker, and Jake Roberts. Then we with the opening video, Pryor go off on the stage. The random music hits. He comes out to the flamboyant, as the flamboyant he is. Yeah, the Pryor goes off. Oh yeah! Last week, me and Sting lost when Sting got beaten by Davey Boy. In 6 weeks' time in the Royal Rumble, I'm going to kick ass and win the title from Vader. With this, the lights go off and on, and then we see Davey Boy, Vader, and Stone Cold in the ring. They beat down Randy Savage until Sting and Sergeant Storm's music hits, and they hit the ring and chase them off. Then Road Warrior Animal's music hits, and basically he comes out and he's like, "That's it. All of you 6 have made it. My life a living hell over the past weeks." Give me a quick second. This is what happens when you record, and the missus is at work. You okay? I'm not allowed to work because of mental health, so the missus does the working. I get benefits. I actually have sick notes which state I'm not allowed to work. Animal, that's it. All 6 of you have made my life a living hell over the past week on Raw. So tonight, all 6 of you will be in the main event, and you're going to be locked inside a steel cage. Now get out of my sight. An 82B, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's main event will see Davey Boy Smith, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and Vader teaming up against Randy Savage, Sergeant Slaughter, and Sting inside a steel cage. In a decent match, Coco Beware defeated IRS in 636 by pin of the Bird Buster. Coco Beware 52, IRS got a 60. Recording. With Birdbuster. So yeah, the Coco Beware gets a nice win. I do like Coco Beware, I just ain't got anything for him now. I don't really want to put him in a title picture. In about a decent wrestling, we don't have cheat without McIntyre and Alondra Blaze defeated Borna Cooney and Reggie Bennett in 701 when Alondra Blaze defeated Reggie Bennett by pin of a fast roll up. Alondra Blaze 47, without McIntyre 46, Reggie Bennett 47, Borna Cooney 56, Borna Cooney's pin performance. So she actually is our best female wrestler, so 51D plus, hence why the belt's on her. Then Chris Jericho gets the mic and he's like, "I've been here for a time and I've been in Pro Wrestling USA and I've proved myself. Now I am on Raw and tonight I'm going to make Raw Jericho Town." 65C. And in a decent match, Chris Jericho defeated Jushin Thunder Liger in 730 by pinfall after a distraction from Shane Douglas. Jushin Thunder Liger 66, Chris Jericho 56, no work convergence 67C plus. That's probably because it's on that. There we go. 67C plus, nice. And Midget's Rain next week, we will have Michael Haynes right here on Monday Night Raw. And it's going to be interesting to see if he's still world champion. Because if he is, I'm going to do it in a big angle next week. And then Mankind's got a promo and he goes, "I've got a rematch. Oh dear, that's not good for you, Mr. Chono. I'm not going to play nice. This time I need that title. So many people said can't be a world champion. I'm going to be a champion. And that's going to be the Intercontinental." That's going to be my stepping stone. This is going to be my rise to the top of the wrestling world. 57C minus, not bad. In about decent wrestling with Amachi, Kenta Kobashi defeated the Tonga Kid in 7:36 by pinfall the Orange Crush. The Tonga Kid 45, Kenta Kobashi 50, no Workman's 52D+. In about decent wrestling with Amachi, the Blue Brothers defeated Eliminators in 7:42, Ron Harris defeated Pace Saturn by pinfall the H-Bomb. John Curious 48, Pace Saturn 51, Ron Harris 53, Don Harris 56, no Workman's. I seem to love these two guys working together. I've looked at that and I was like, should I keep this match in? Yeah. It'll be the final time they face for a few months, hopefully. As you think, my boys need me. I was not here last week and they won. I'm here to guide them to the gold and back to the top. We will beat you at the Rumble and come out with the gold again. Why? Because ECW is just a garbage company. A 51D plus there from Afu, Samu Fatu, and of course the Tonga Kids with them as the Samoan Savages. And then Fuji and Yokozuna are backstage and they attack Jake Roberts, leaving him down and out, which is going to lead into angles on the neck over the course of the next two matches on Monday Night Raw. And in the first one, in a superb match, Bret Hart defeated Yokozuna in 801 by submission with a sharpshooter after the distraction from Jake Roberts. Yokozuna 64, Bret Hart 80, Yokozuna Rumble and Techno. It's only 4B minus. And then in about a great heat and decent wrestling, Earthquake defeated Jake Roberts in 7:33 by putting the running senton bomb following interference from Yokozuna. Jake Roberts 65, Earthquake 61, Earthquake in Techno. So yeah, basically, Jake Roberts was pissed off that he got attacked backstage before he's got his match with Earthquake tonight. So he comes out and makes Yokozuna lose, but Yokozuna's pissed off that Jake Roberts did that. So Yokozuna comes out and attacks Jake Roberts to help Earthquake win. Obviously, Road Warrior Animal will have something to say probably next week about these two. We'll find out. And then the Great Muda gets a 77B promo. Jesus. So last week, your attack did not help. It did not. I didn't know. You see, you messed up and I won the match. You see, that is your fate live on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view, live at the Rumble. I'm going to kick your ass and win. And that leads into a tag match here tonight. And in an exceptional match, The Undertaker and the Great Muta defeat Arn Anderson and Jerry Lawler in 7:33, when The Undertaker defeated Jerry Lawler by pinfall for the Tombstone. The Great Muta 79, Undertaker 87. Jerry Lawler 68 and Arn Anderson 87. No work problems. Now, because these two have great chemistry together, but he sustained a dislocated wrist, so I'm hoping he will work for it. If so, next week on Superstars, a special guest match will be taking place in the main event, as The Undertaker and the Great Muta will be teaming up again to face the team of Arn Anderson and Jerry Lawler. That is going to hopefully take place next week on WWF Superstars. Not this week's, but 2 weeks on Saturday night. 75B minus, not bad. Yep, we know. Thank you, Terry Taylor. And then our angle type up our main event tonight as Stone Cold Steve Austin Vader and Davey Boy versus Sting, Rennie, and Silent Slaughter inside the steel cage. It's happening. In the next exceptional match, Sting, Silent Slaughter, and Randy Savage defeat Davey Boy, Stone Cold Steve Austin Vader in a cage match 24-43 when Sting defeated Davey Boy Smith by pinfall. Randy Savage 82, Silent Slaughter 65, Sting 89, Vader 90, Stone Cold Steve Austin got an 86. Jeez, he's improved a lot. Davey Boy 74. Vader and Flying, that's where we end tonight's show with 77B. This show was shit. It gives us 76B minus. Increased our popularity, lost us in 7, but lost us in 4. 76. Well, I can tell you one thing. That cage match was meant to make us succeed. It's going to make us lose this week's, I think. Are you busy? Going to get my sin-free lunch. If you don't understand all these sins and business, then it's because I'm on a diet. That's a Slimming World diet. So yeah. But I'm quite happy with that. The Undertaker is injured. He's but he's reported to be considering working for the independent grappler who picked up disagreement last night. He's understood to feel that the injury is not serious enough for him to take time off. Awesome. Nitro yet beat has got a 79B. We could have probably done that better. I think Sergeant Slaughter brought that match rating that a few of the undercards. Terry Funk defeated Antida Santana. Hulk Hogan defeated Sergeant Buddy Lee. Jeremy Snooker, Ric Flair, and Michael Haynes. Pre-match interview with Jules Strongbow. Jules Strongbow defeated Alpha Profo. Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. Pre-match with Mighty Janette and Tanonka. Ray Drink defeated Excelis. Chipad Asian, Susan Green, ground and pound defeat Asian and Green. Tita Santana, Lex Luger defeat Tita Santana. Then we came up with Monday Night Raw with 76. There's our superstars. We beat WWF Saturday Night Main Event. Now, as far as I know, WCW haven't got another event now until next Monday. That's going to be good for us because we've got a plan for next Monday. He is still the World Heavyweight Champion at the moment. He's had 10 defenses. There's nothing planned as far as I know. What's the month? We're in January. No, because I've had Clash of Champions. Yes, we can do that angle then. Brilliant. I'm going to show you Clash of Champions because Clash of Champions was ridiculous in January. 91A. Larry Santos defeated Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. Lisa Moret defeated Chipida Asia. The Face of Fear defeated the Top Gods. Carmella went to a no contest with Steve Armstrong. King on Buddy went defeated Kent Cole. Virgil defeated Juan Simmons. Lords of the Ring defeated Ray Jink. Don Marie defeated Kate LaRoux for the Women's Championship. Keith Cole defeated Dustin Rhodes for the United States title. Michael Haynes defeated Bruce Beefcake by countout. And then Hogan and Tita Santana and Ric Flair and Lex Luger got a 99A star match in the main event of that show. It's ridiculous. Right, just so that you guys know, I'm going to do it anyway. You got Juice for the Liger at number 1, Rikai Kush at number 2, Kaiju Muta, aka the Great Muta. If you didn't know that, that is the Great Muta, who works as with all of the companies, as you can see, ECW and all them lot. Ooh. Okay, wait, ignore that. Tetsuya Fujima, Shinya Hamajuso, Masato Mishara, Horatio Hazi, Janek Tururi, Tetsuya Kawada, Stan Hansen, Kaiju Muta, Dean Malenko is coming in at number freaking hell. Yeah, I'm really tempted to sign Dean Malenko, but I don't want to sign Dean Malenko. That's my issue. He's just not popular. But as you can see, Steve Williams, Tiger Mask, all of these wrestlers work in Japan. And then it gets down to Hulk Hogan, Terry Gordy, Masahiro Chono, Ric Flair, Vader. You know, even Sting is 26. I do believe Sting's 29. Roddy Piper, Ronnie Savage. You see Michael Haynes there. It's ridiculous. So, this is the issue we've got to face. I think right now, and we're going to really start looking into this, and hopefully next week we're going to start taking over. We've got some big plans for next week's shows, you saw, but I've got a big main event planned for Monday Night Raw next week, and I'm going to announce it right here, right now. Over the recent weeks, we've seen a lot of issues going on between the world champions. So next week, both titles will be on the line on Monday Night Raw. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vader will have to defend their titles, and the World Wrestling Federation have made that decision. Great, my cat's now meowing. What's up? Daddy's up here. Bloody cats. Get annoying. Right, so we're going to have in the main event, Great Muta will be facing against Vader. That will be the main event of the night for the World WWF Championship. We're not only going to be giving you an opportunity to see that match, we're going to be giving you an opportunity to see Sting taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Both of those matches will be happening next week on Monday Night Raw. That's another reason why you want to watch the last 2 episodes. We've got that huge match on Superstars with The Undertaker and Great Muta taking on taking on Jerry Lawler and Arn Anderson. You've got the Great Muta on Raw going after Vader. This is going to be a big week for the Great Muta on WWF television, and you can see I'm trying to build him up. And I'm trying to build Liger up and all the others. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys next week for another edition of WWF Monday Night Raw and Superstars. Welcome to WWF Superstars. We're live. I'm just going to open up with Arn Anderson and Jerry Lawler. And like tonight, I make a special appearance on Superstars. Tonight, I take down Muta and The Undertaker with my good friend, Jerry Lawler. Jerry's like, Taker, you use all your tricks, but tonight, we're going to kick your ass and prove why we are the best in the world. 72B- a nice way to open up the show. You know, these guys are promo. In the Bavets of Power Wrestling, Elohi Atishura and Anatina defeated Shane Douglas in 8:15 by putting the Thunder Fire Powerbomb after distraction from Liger. Douglas 44, Atishura Antonia 47. No work bumps. Right, I'm going to make sure I'm saying his name right, so give me a second. We're going to do this on camera. You're going to get witness me being a clever sod. Because I'm no good at names, Japanese names, but I wanted to keep his name in because he's a very good in-ring worker. He's not popular, but he's got a good in-ring work, so we're going to try and get his popularity up. So, we're going to enter the text into here, paste it. It's going to do this.
Atsushi Onida.
Achishi and Anita.
Atsushi Onida.
Achishi and Anita. There you go. 48D plus. This is how I learned how to say a lot of the rest of his names. In the battle, Subpar Wrestling, Elohim Minoru Suzuki defeated Rowan in 5:57 by pinfall. Rowan 47, Minoru Suzuki 33. No occurrence 51D plus. And then Blaze is backstage. He goes, "I'm coming for you. You attacked the wrong woman. I'm coming to take you down. I'm going to win that title." And that is the answer. So are you ready? 52D plus. The Steiner Brothers and Harlem Heat have a massive backstage brawl, continuing their feud. In a poor match, Val McIntyre, Cheryl Russell, Brittany Brown, Bosnia Kimia, and Alonzo Blaze defeat Archie Kong, Bull Nakuni, Jacqueline, Reggie Bennett, and Susan Sexton in the 17, with Brittany Brown defeat Bull Nakuni by pinfall. Gets 50D plus. So that means there will be no women's matches on Raw this week. Alondra Blaze 49, Bison Kuma 48, Brittany Brown 46, Cheryl Rossa 30, Van McIntyre 50, Susan Sexton 45, Reggie Bennett 46, Jacqueline 40, Bull Nakuni 55, and Arja Kong 46. Bull Nakuni in performance. 50D plus. I have got a huge announcement for this coming week's episode of Monday Night Raw. The main event has changed. It will now be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Sting in this week's main event. There's a decision I made. In about that decent wrestling, Majid, the Tonga Kid defeated Tiger Mask 3 in 6:02 by pinfall the Samoan drop. Tiger Mask 3, 55, Tonga Kid 46, no work appearance 55 C-. And then we're going on to the main event. In as Balvad Superb Wrestling and Great Heat, the Great Muda and The Undertaker drew with Jerry Lawler and Arn Anderson in 2016 following a double disqualification. The Undertaker 88, Great Muda 80, Arn Anderson 82, Jerry Lawler 71, no work appearance 78B. Oh dear. After the match, the Great Muda, Undertaker, Jerry Lawler and Arn Anderson won't stop fighting, but despite the attempts by security to break them up, it's an all-out brawl to the back. That's where we end tonight's show. So it gives a 71C plus with an amazing main event match on the card. We're going to hit Sig forward, just going to see how badly injured Jerry Lawler is, because he sustained an open humerus fracture. That means that we're not going to be able to have Jerry Lawler on. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some work to do for Raw, and somehow I'm going to have to find somebody to face Undertaker. Oh dear, we're in trouble. But these things happen in wrestling. Oh dear. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys for Monday Night Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2:30 and it's now going to get started on the next episode, the Royal Rumble episode. 8,500 people tonight. We've got two major world title matches here tonight. They're both taking center stage and they've both got decent time on Raw. So, oh god, I've just messed up. Only I can mess up, and as you can see, Shotcut's ready to get this episode edited. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. If you heard that, excuse me, I've got bad wind. Not anything I can do about that, I'm afraid. If there was, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm going to do it like that, actually, because that looks better. So yeah, are we ready? Sony 4B minus, the opening package. And then after the video, we cut to the arena, we see fans waving signs and Michael Haynes music hits. Now, I need to check something, because I don't know... Oh, I can unplug this now, awesome. If Michael Haynes ever worked in the WWF prior to this. He might have done. I haven't checked. This is normally what I do. Many people don't realise how much effort goes into these episodes and how much research I do. And my phone is now not going to work. You're going to stick to eBay, are you? Flipping nuisance. Michael Haynes. Right, there we go. Give me time. The phone's now loading. So, yeah. Okay. Now it's saying there's no internet when there is. Michael Haynes is a former. No, that's not the Michael Haynes I want. We've got Barrister, Michael Haynes wrestler. God's sakes. Yes, he was in there in 1979, according to this. He was a part of it. Lord Michael Haynes, la 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 la. Yes, he was. Right, okay. So he was in the WWF prior to coming back. But anyway, Haynes comes out to the ring, the fans just he starts getting booed, but he's got the WCW title with him. And he comes out and he goes, so I'm here, and you lot boo me. Well, really. Fine, I get it. WCW guy, he's great. He comes back, and it's what I'm going to call the Vader syndrome. I'll tell you why. I signed to come and work here with the WWF instead of staying. It's because Eric Bischoff made me job to lower mid-carders and mid-carders. They wanted me to drop the belt to Hulk Hogan. Well, WCW, what are you going to do now? I'm here on WWF television with this title, the real one, and it's going in this trash can. He's got a trash can in the ring, and he just he drops it in, and then Bret Hart's music hits. So very similar to what Alundra Blaze did, with the women's title in our world. Mark Haynes has done it to the WCW World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw. And Bret comes out and goes, if you think so good, prove it now, Michael. Right now, get us a ref. 77B. And in a bad superb wrestling and great heat, Michael Haynes defeated Bret Hart in 8:07 by pinfall the Bulldog. Bret Hart 18, Michael Haynes 73, a 75B-. That's how you kick off Raw. In a decent match, Paul Orndorff then goes into a match with Paul Orndorff defeating Crush in 7:01 by submission. Crush 54, Paul Orndorff 67, 660 plus. And then we go, and then Gene Atkins is like, welcome back to Raw. Welcome back. Well, we're going to get some angry letters. Oh, well, but joining me now, the two men who will be in action next, Jake the Snake Roberts and Masahiro Chono. And Jake's like, you see, next up is going to be a tag team warfare. And me and Chono, we're going to go out there and we're going to win. You see, this time last year I was getting high. I was getting high and I was drinking. I was in a shocking state, but now I am clean. And I'm the best I've been in years. And Chono's like, I wrestle in Japan, I wrestle here, I wrestle everywhere. I can, and right now, I can. And right now, the first man I feared is coming for my title, and it's going to be me, and I'm going to kick his ass and beat them both with Jake. Mankind and Yokozuna, we're coming for you. So I think we turned in Masahiro Chono turned into Dr. Bloody Zeus, C7C+. By the way, guys, if anyone's interested, in real life, I'm not born yet. I'm not born until July 27th of this year. In a superb match, Masahiro Chono and Jake Roberts defeated Mankind and Yokozuna in 6:09, when Jake Roberts defeated Mankind by pinfall the DDT. Jake Roberts 71, Masahiro Chono 74, Yokozuna 67, Mankind 71, Yokozuna and Technical 75B-. This is a good show so far. Welcome back to Raw. Joining me now, Davey Boy Smith. And Dave's like, so Sting last week in the steel cage, you beat me. Now next week it is me versus Bret Hart live on Raw. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be starting announcing matches for Raw over the course of the week of certain matches. Next week is going to be Bret Hart. It's going to be Davey Boy Smith. That is going to be live on Monday Night Raw next week. We've got one bigger match. You ain't got a match, so I'm going to make you one. It will be Sting versus Michael Haynes live next week. Beat him, you idiot. So he's really pissed off that he got beaten in the cage last week. You know, Dave Boy's pissed that he got beaten. And now he's like, well, Sting, you know, you're so good. You're on the same show as Michael Haynes. Why don't you go out there? You beat Michael Haynes. 68C+. In above a great heat and good wrestling, Sergeant Slaughter, The Undertaker, and Randy Savage defeat Arn Anderson, Dave Boy Smith, and Earthquake in 8:28 when Sergeant Slaughter defeated Arn Anderson by pinfall. Randy Savage 71, The Undertaker 81, Sergeant Slaughter 60, Earthquake 62, Dave Boy Smith 71, Arn Anderson 72. Network Prince 74B-. And then Gene Okerlund's back, and he's like, welcome back. Welcome back. Before we go to our next match, joining me now, The Undertaker and Great Muda and Paul Bearer. For some reason, he ain't on screen. He should have been. Now, I've been asked to do the talking this Saturday night on Superstars. The Undertaker and Middle Face of Jerry and Arn Anderson. This Saturday night, watch live as my boys climb to the top and win this. This is their death one. It's going to be the end for them for good. So, as you remember, Arn Anderson and Jerry Lawler will be in action. You'd have already seen the match, but in layman terms, the match was pre-taped, and the rest of the wrestling world haven't seen it unless you're at this show live. So we're kind of going, right, let's give them the reason to watch that show. Give them the reason to watch WWF Superstars. I'm just about to have a drink, which cost me, for anyone who's interested on Slimmerworld, I was quite impressed with this, and this is why I'm going to mention it. I was expecting my coffees to be quite high with sins, because I have a coffee machine. And I do like my coffee, as I've just had a sip. And I thought, you know, it's going to be freaking Lodge. Nope, my Nescafe Dolce Gusto Vanilla Latte Macchiato is 4.5 sins. I also need to make sure I put my dinner in, which I will do in a minute. because I need to go into my bookmarks to find the recipe I had for lunch, which was my sweet and sour chicken. I add that to planner. You add it as your lunch because and it's sin free. So you just add that to planner at lunch, and it adds all the ingredients that was on there for sin free. That's how it works. In a decent match, Nadine Owenhart defeated the Eliminators in 8-14 when Owenhart defeated John Curtis by submission to sharpshooter. John Curtis 50, Barry Saturn 52, Owenhart 57, Jim Nadine 54. Noah Prince 59C. Gene Oakland's like, next up on Raw, 2 huge title matches, but joining me now, the WWF Champion Vader. And Vader's like, thanks, Gene. Listen here, animal. You think Muda or Savage are going to beat me? They will not. I'm going to leave here tonight with this title, and then I'll leave the Royal Rumble as champion. Nobody is going to take my title. 75B minus. And in an exceptional match, Vader defeated the Great Muda in 21-33 by pinfall the Vader Bomb. Vader makes defense number 15 of his WWF Championship. And then announced Randy Savage was pretty weak. We put Randy Savage on commentary to call the action, so to hype up the World Heavyweight storyline. Great Muda 79, Vader 91. The Great Muda performance for Vader in flying. 91 and 79, A7B+. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a great match, but we're not done yet. Next up, the world title match. So joining me now, the world champion, Stone Cold, Steve Austin. And Stone Cold's like, shut up, Dream. Sting, tonight I'm going to kill you like Vader and Dave Boy have done before me. So I just thought you're going to see tonight I'm unbeatable. I'm the next big thing. I'm the superstar what this company needs. And Sting, and company needs Sting. See you out there. And he just walks off. And in an exceptional match, Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Sting in 25-01 by pinfall the Stone Cold Stunner after distraction from David Boy Smith. Stone Cold Steve Austin makes defense number 3 of his WWF World Heavyweight Championship title. Now, I want to make some things clear to you guys. It wasn't David Boy Smith coming down to the ring and doing a massive dance and going, ooh la 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 la, look at me, and then Stone Cold gets the win. What happened was Sting is stood there in the ring and he's getting ready to hit the Stinger Splash to Stone Cold in the Stunner, and then all of a sudden David Boy Smith, the music hits and it starts playing throughout the arena and it distracts Sting, and then Stone Cold just comes out and as Sting turns around from looking at the entrance ramp from the corner he was in, which is the opposite corner so you can't see him, he just Stone Cold stunners Sting, and that's how he gets the win. No work permits. After the match, Stone Cold is celebrating his victory in the ring with the title when Silent Soul runs in attacks, beating Stone Cold down into the mat. A 62C, that's only a closing angle. That gives us an 80B rated show. Increase our popularity to 9 regions. WCW, beat that. We're going to find out if they can. As we always do, we skip forward and we're going to find out. We're going to Chris. We got this lovely latte macchiato vanilla from my Dolce Gusto. God, I sound flipping posh when I say that, don't I? Latte macchiato with vanilla, please. Posh ass. I love coffee. I never used to like coffee. I used to absolutely hate the stuff. And then when I was in college, I got some really weird flavoured coffee. It was Christmas pudding coffee, and then I started dating my fiance and I started going to Costa, and then I absolutely fell in love with Costa coffee, and then I started working at Starbucks. I did Starbucks for 2 years. When I started recording I was still working at Starbucks, so yeah, now I don't do that. Oh no. Right, we've got some issues. Paul Bearer's contract, Percy Pringle's contract is ending. There's been no other offers in for him, but we're going to give him a 3-year contract. Let's see if we can keep Percy Pringle around for a while. But WCW still was able to fucking beat us. We put on a flipping amazing... I knew I should have put Vader in the main event. They got an 81B. Yeah, we should have put Vader in the main event. The Face of Fear defeat Ken Cole and Brawler. Jimmy Snuka and Lex Luger. Roddy Piper and Tom Pritchard. Roddy Piper defeated Tom Pritchard. There's a brawl between Barry Windham and Ric Flair. Barry Windham defeated Mustafa Seed. There's a brawl involving Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. Tanaka went to no contest with 2 Cold Scorpio. Dynamite Kid and Beefcake defeated Ric Flair and Valentine. They still don't crown a new champion, which is good because it goes into what we did on Raw. I'm quite happy with the show. I think we've got some good matches next week. I think this closing angle didn't help. I need to sort of slaughter her. I need to, this is probably the last major storyline sort of gets put into. I know it sounds really horrible, but he just hasn't pulled through for me. And this was kind of see if he could still go. Someone like Randy Savage has done brilliantly. But we did beat with WCW. Want to have a look at the WCW tonight. Their B show. Kelvin Sullivan one-man gang. Then Chapati Ashira defeat Candy Diver. Harley Race, Lisa Montero and Austin Idol. Brad Armstrong defeated Rick Rogers. And then Cave Cole and Zenick defeated Leon and Payne. Austin Idol? Seriously? They've hired Austin? Oh, okay. Was not expecting that. The Universal Heartthrob is working with WCW. Did not know that. But yeah, so we've got some issues. One of the biggest issues right now is who the flip. I might just cancel the Undertaker feud. Because, well, actually, no. We've got less than 21 days till, because I've done that surgery. Oh, Luke's got a depressed Zomentong fracture. Oh, didn't even know about that. Let's do the surgery on him as well. He's got 40 days. But yeah, Joe Lawler's got 21 days. We've got less than 21 days to the pay-per-view. So, can he do angles? Following injuries means they can still do angles. No, he can't. But we can do Undertaker angles. Yes. So I have just saved the Jerry Lawler storyline, which is fucking relief for me because I've got some things planned for it. I really have got things planned for it. So, you know, I'm not being horrible. He is furious. He was angry. That's fine. I'll give him a little bit of money. There you go away. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again in the next episode when we'll continue the feud and we're going to hit the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you in the next one when the Royal Rumble is just around the corner. We've got 4 weeks away and the storylines are about to explode.